Wait, I
Yeah.
feel a little bit hot air. Let's go. I'm gonna get it.
Just don't hit my hand. 'Cause I'm recording it. I'm recording it like this. It's just got a front view. Yeah, I got a perfect front view of the camera.
What is this called?
What is this called?
Yeah, what we're doing.
The dunes.
Folks, South Jetty staging area is our entryway onto the dunes today, also our exit point here in an hour's time. So this is South Jetty Hill off in front of us.
Oh.
We'll be making numerous stops through the dunes today, all photo opportunities for you if you brought cameras along. And I'll be explaining a little bit about the dunes over the course of the next hour. At times today, you'll be hearing an electric motor run from under the buggy for about 10 seconds at a time. That lowers down a stabilizer bar to help provide a bit smoother ride in some areas.
He's gonna go fast
Cycle
now.
off and on
So you might as
several
well
times
put it
during
on.
the tour today. I'll be deploying that bar as we get here onto the sand so you're familiar with the sound.
Oh no, the sand.
Be stuck in our truck on this. Why, Dad? Look at these small tracks. No, I think you could do all right on this because it's so packed. But not, maybe not that.
Oh no. The dudes.
It's all huge sand. Yep.
This is like a desert.
Yep. The ocean desert.
It basically is because there's a lot of
Yep.
sand.
This is the top of South Jetty Hill. We'll be coming back in this way at the tail end of the tour so you don't miss any photo opportunities up here. Right now we're going to head over and pick up a trail that will get us out to our first viewpoint, which is just a few minutes away. Dunes National Recreation Area. In total, about 30,000 acres of sand that sit between Florence and Coos Bay. Nearly 40 miles in length, averaging just about a mile wide. These are considered to be the largest coastal sand dunes in North America. We're going to work our way down to the Pacific Ocean and run the beach for a ways. Eventually, we'll come back into the main dunes where those two big tree islands are off in the distance.
Oh, I saw a
One to the
go-kart
right, number two to the left.
Look,
as we view it
go-karts.
from here. And I'll explain more about those tree islands once we reach that area.
they gotta get in the back end because that's where the tires are. Or the power.
I got a short rope here if you want to hook it up.
Might work. Yeah.
I'm amazed that got stuck.
Well, apparently we didn't have it four-wheel drive.
Yeah, and then when you put it in four-wheel drive, it makes it worse. I got you. You only want to take and put a loop in one end of that,
Okay.
How
pull
did
it
they
through,
get
put a loop
stuck?
in the other end, and tie it onto front tow bar, tow hook. I can come a little further.
Yeah.
Oh my. Yeah.
Okay, now just put it in gear and don't hit the throttle real hard. Just barely turn those tires as I pull you back. Was it the knot or the rope?
The rope.
Uh-oh. Let me pull forward a little bit here. Put a much bigger loop in it.
There we go.
Okay.
Nope.
No, not gonna do her. Okay. Yeah, if it's still popping that rope, then you're a
It's
lot.
sliding off.
Oh, it's sliding off?
Yeah.
Okay, here, let me, try a trick on that.
Maybe they got a tow rope, man. Maybe.
These guys probably do.
Now hook that one on there.
All right.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Woo. Got it. Success. Success.
Thank you.
Yeah.
$20.
Cool.
Get that taken care of.
Saved them a lot of trouble, that's for sure.
If
Would've been
nobody
digging.
found them, then they could have just got left out here, right?
Yeah. beach.
Yeah, this is just about high tide. We'll keep an eye out in the surf there close to shore. You might spot sea lions or harbor seals poke their head up out of the surf. They swim into some really shallow water close to shore. Now beyond the first breaker, you might spot blows from gray whales migrating into the Gulf of Alaska this summer. Head on down that way. We'll see what we can find here.
Oh, guys, how? Oh, no, no, don't go in the water. Don't go in the water. The water.
Yep.
Little cooler temperatures here on the beach attributed to the surface temperature of the Pacific Ocean. This part of Oregon averaging only 50 degrees Fahrenheit year round. that you saw from up on top of the hill at our first stop. Tree Island 1 is down south to our right, and Tree Island 2 directly in front of us. A total of 5 tree islands are remnants of a forest that used to be here many years ago. Before beach grass was planted, sand blew in, covering over the lowest lying areas, leaving just these 5 high points as tree islands today. And we're going to work our way up to tree islands 4 and 5, the last 2 on the chain. And as we get up here onto the dry sand, that's where things change very quickly with the prevailing winds. As sand is moved along by the winds, it's deposited on ridges, creating a formation called a blow. Very steep and loose sand, only visible traveling back against the wind. Traveling with the wind, sand can appear to be rolling dunes as far as the eye can see, hiding drop-offs that can be up to 40 feet tall on the other side. So you always want to go slow and explore the dunes before you go fast. Because the northwest winds can